Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel for another LEGO build. So last time for the LEGO City we started the construction site, basically had the little steamroller and we added some like spare bricks and a lot of construction workers and stuff like that to just a base plate and a half in the city to kind of fill up some of the dead areas. And I said that I was going to build this next, and here we are. This is the brand new 60420 construction excavator. It contains 633 pieces, 3 minifigures, this awesome piece of construction materials, and retails for $60. I love excavators. I don't know what it is about them. I guess the same thing that makes trains a thing I love. But it does it for me. Excavators always have. I love them. They're great. Always wanted one. Now LEGO has one. I'm very excited for it. We also have a project director with some blueprints here. Got the jackhammer and, pilot. Whatever. Is it pilot? I don't know. I'm tired. But, essentially, I kind of took a lot of the pieces out, and I'll show you what I mean in a little bit, but we have like a little, foreman's area. We have a little job Johnny or a porta potty, depending on what you actually call it, depending on where you're from. But I'm very excited to not only add more to the construction site, but more to the LEGO City. I'm currently debating what the next modular is going to be as of recording this. It's nearly my birthday, and I will be getting myself a modular building from the LEGO store, and obviously there's only a couple that I need yet. That are still available. The Sanctum Sanctorum can technically take the spot of the apartment building for now. I want the Grand Emporium there, however, that would technically work. I want the Jazz Club, mainly for the lights to the outside. I have a really cool thing I could do with those, but it doesn't really fit in any spots I have open. I wanted to kind of take away the haunted house, but it's tough to move the haunted house. I'll just put it to you that way. It's tough because up top, where the construction site is, essentially I don't really have room for a 2.5-foot giant building. Makes life tough. It's going to be blocking the Harry Potter display. I don't know yet. So we're working hard on the top portion of this city. If you guys haven't been to this channel before, essentially this is city portion number 1 to the left of us here. Say hi, city portion number 1. And then there's above area, which is very much under construction. Very, very under construction. And slowly Mills plating it. That's where the oceanfront view is, the beach, the boardwalk, and a couple actual modular buildings. But, yeah, we have a lot to do. And then the only other one would be the boutique hotel, which technically I do have room for. It's going up top. It's going to have an ocean view. It's going to be really, really pretty, and I'm excited for it, but I don't know if I want that. I don't know yet. I want it. I just don't know if I want it next. So we'll see. It's a hodgepodge of things going on in this room as always, so we'll see what we can do. But I am excited to add this to the construction zone and just add a little bit of height to it and make it more than just 2 base plates with bricks. So very excited for that. Like, comment, subscribe if you can. It does help the channel out a lot. Share the video if you found it helpful or fun in any way, and I will see you at the end of the build, folks. Alright everybody, so here's the final build. My first thought process, the tracks are the same really aggravating pieces that built the chain in the modular haunted house that I was talking about earlier, and all the PTSD from those things. I hate them so much. But overall the build is pretty cool for sure. It is definitely unique. I like a lot of the building techniques. It definitely felt kind of like a mini Technic set combined with City, so definitely very, very nice. Good sticker usage overall, not too much, like maybe 5 stickers. These were actually printed pieces, so a little bit of a mixture here. And then the 3 minifigures are also very nice, and it is a different color pattern than any of the other construction workers that I actually have, so that's definitely pretty cool. I like it. I like seeing something different, you know. As for the pieces, we just have some masonry nougat pieces, a couple of these really cool curved light gray, some dark gray. It's mainly just rubble, but it will look pretty good in the actual little construction site. Then we have a couple of these safety barriers or keep outs barriers. Those will look definitely pretty good around the entrance, so, or maybe blocking off like a section of the road. I think that would be pretty cool. Here we have the actual operator of the excavator. She sports some pretty cool looking torso print. I love that dark orange. And then the actual hard hat is a one-piece unit with the hair, nice torso print, and of course features gray hands for some gloves. We'll go to the second construction worker, who's working on the very obnoxious jackhammer, has some overalls on, and has a really cool headpiece of a hard hat with the actual noise-canceling headphones over top of it, so very, very cool. And then last but not least, a very unique minifigure is the product manager. Now, I was going to just put the hard hat because it made more sense. The hairpiece is super different, and I said, you know what? And there goes the helmet. It doesn't sound very well. I decided to throw the hard hat in his hand, which now went flying. And then as for the blueprint, you guys will recognize that. We've actually built it on the channel before. It is the little ice cream shack. So very, very cool little Easter egg there. Now, in terms of the excavator, it is some pretty decent size. I mean, obviously, compared to the minifigure, it is really solid in terms of scaling. Right here, we have the cockpit. Now, you do have to actually take it off in order to get the minifigure in, but I mean, honestly, it's not too much of a hassle. It's not very fragile at all, so you essentially just pop that off, put the minifigure in. There's a 2x2 piece in there. Should lock right in. Make sure you're attached up top. Bend the railing down, and then you're good. You have the operator right there. You have a couple steps to actually get up on either side too, which is pretty cool. And of course, does rotate on the actual Technic axis, so very, very nice. The only thing I would say to be careful of, don't raise this beyond this point. You can kind of feel once it starts to tighten up a little bit, you can snap off this piece pretty easy. So definitely just make sure you are not bending it too far, but it does bend down pretty decent. I would like a little bit more range in my opinion, but it's okay for what it is. And then obviously you have some bend up here, and that is pretty much the full range that you're going to be getting unless you're hanging off of an open edge. But still very cool. Like I said, I do like the sticker pieces. The wiring looks pretty cool up here. But overall, it is a pretty solid set, and I definitely do like it. For 60 bucks, I mean, you know, obviously it's subjective at this point. $60 is not the most expensive Lego in the world, especially given 2024 standards, good lord. But it's pretty cool. I wish I had a little bit more mobility up top, but you know, you get what you get. It's never going to be perfect with sets like this, just because it is City, not Technic. And then, one more little thing that you have a small latch in the background here. You can actually open it up and expose the motor. It's an odd playset in my opinion. For like exposing the motor, like it's cool, but in my opinion, it's not really necessary to have like the little hitch back here, so you can actually open that up. Like it's fine, but it's odd to just include like seeing the engine. I don't know. I mean, it's neat. Don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining. But I'm just saying it's a little odd feature for sure that I don't think was necessary. But hey, play feature is always nice. And then we have one more sticker element to the back here. So very, very cool. Now let's get it put in the actual construction site and see what we're looking at, guys. All right. So here's the actual view from this side of the city. It is a complete mess. But we are working on it. So originally, I had the construction site completely lined in those 2x2 light bluish grays. However, I actually used them to start mills plating the upside down, the up portion. Oh my good lord, the upside of the city. So we have the actual corner building ready, so that we can start making it look a lot more like the downstairs area. As I bash my phone up against the screen. Obviously, we have a ton of work to do up here, but it is a work in progress. In terms of the excavator, definitely does add some height, blocks the hospital a little bit, but definitely doesn't reach the height of blocking the big boy display up top. But I am really happy with it. You have the excavator, the steamroller. We have the little foreman shack from the tower crane set, and a little porta potty, as well as some random supplies. So I just have a couple of those 1x2 slopes. I have some of these plates, a couple of those masonry bricks that were in this set. And we'll rotate around a little bit. You can see I have the actual little, what should I call them? Safety barriers, I guess. Just blocking it off while the steamroller comes in and out. We have this guy here with a walkie-talkie guarding some more bricks. And then all the way down here, we have the foreman right here. I've named him the foreman, talking to this guy while he enjoys his morning coffee. And I threw that little hat up top like somebody hit it up there. Maybe they're annoyed with the project manager. You never know. And then the excavator is obviously doing her thing over here. But that's just going to about do it for this build, folks. Thank you so much for joining me for another build. In case you can't guess, it's about midnight when I'm recording this, so yes, a little sleepy. But I like it. Yes, there's a hole in the base plate. It's a long story. But I like it. I've always wanted a construction site, and while it's not perfect and I would like it to be larger, it is a temporary kind of holding spot, and it definitely looks cool from like the outside, because it looks like they're actually like constructing a new building and working on some stuff, and I think it looks pretty cool. Also, my allergies are just obliterating my life today. I don't know what I'm allergic to, but yeah, it's been a rough day, but the city is slowly getting there. And all that overlooked by the Forbidden Forest, and you know, Victor Crumb up here can really look over the city. The battery powering this whole Lego city, the lights. I'm moving around some wiring and stuff like that, which is why it's not lit up top. But we're gonna start adding lights, some buildings. I still have to light up the little surf shop, the tiki bar, whatever it's called, over here. This is supposed to be getting modularized, and I just haven't. There's so much going on around here. It's an exciting time, but I'm debating. I want to do Lego videos like much more often. I actually could do one every single day, aside from Fridays for fishing, but I still that's my problem. I enjoy playing video games for the channel, and honestly, it does help with like hours watched and some view time and stuff like that. However, my rate of them being watched and the overall view count are much lower, so it's tough. I want to be a video game like YouTuber as well, but when Legos and fishing are just obliterating my video game side of things, it is tough to be like, how do I spend 4 hours this week recording video games when I can record 10 hours of Legos or go fishing for 10 hours, and the content will be so much better, and it's going to be so much better well received too. So it's tough. It's something I'm debating. But, I mean, obviously, I can play video games just, like, as a hobby outside of here. But it's something I still want to keep on the channel. However, video games are constantly becoming less and less of a thing here. So, as Legos and fishing continue to do extremely well, I'm going to keep investing more time into them. And they're my two favorite hobbies in the world by far. So, I love it. I love what I do, and this is a dream job. So, thank you guys so much for joining me. Like, comment, and subscribe if you can. Check me out on Instagram if you're here for Legos, obviously. I have one Instagram for Legos, and I have one for fishing. I'm also on Fish Brand and all that good stuff. Depending on what your hobbies are outside of here, or just if you want to join the entire community, it is a good time. We're gaining members fast, and it is a lot of fun. And thank you all so much for helping me enjoy my dream and hopefully make this channel much more of a thing one day. So thank you all so much, and I'll see you next time. Happy building, everybody.